Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Once more, Ridge leaves Taylor. The bold and the beautiful is reliving history. Ridge Forrester felt deceived by his beloved Brooke Logan a few months back when she failed to support him during a corporate takeover. Ridge claims that when Carter Walton took over Forrester Creations, he offered Brooke the CEO post, which she accepted, destroying their relationship. Within a day or so, he left Brooke and jumped into bed with his ex, Taylor Hayes. But it wasn't just a moment of weakness. Ridge and Taylor soon resumed their future plans. Under the present, the business is once again under his control, and there is essentially nothing separating Ridge and Brooke. Brooke has expressed her emotions. Although Ridge's actions have harmed her, she is willing to make amends with him. He does this every few years after all. After becoming enraged with Brooke, he flees to Taylor, who eventually beckons him back. Ridge then becomes disinterested and demands his Logan back. Rinse, wash, and repeat. Brooke pleaded for a reconciliation with Ridge in a private conversation, just minutes after her daughter was sacked from Forrester Creations. He responded by giving her a kiss. It will happen even if he takes his time mending their friendship. Despite being aware of the dangers in Ridge's past behaviors, Taylor was excited to get back into bed with him, after claiming that she didn't need a partner or a relationship to be happy. She is unaware that he is sneaking back to Brooke, and this time around, the heartache will probably be much more devastating. Ridge will have to end his relationship with Taylor as soon as he makes the decision to return home to Brooke, and both events are approaching. Do you believe Ridge will make an effort to postpone seeing Brooke again for even a short time? Brooke provides Hope with the hard love she sorely needs. Hope Logan's life is falling apart, and for the first time, her mother is refusing to listen to her sobs. With Hope's marriage to Liam Spencer failing and her subsequent poor choices, she has been in some kind of crisis for the past few years, and Brooke Logan has always been there to assist her get back on her feet. So far, Carter Walton deceived the Forresters a few months earlier into signing documents that allowed him to take over Forrester Creations through an LLC. In order to transform the business into a worldwide luxury brand, he and Hope set out to alter the world. Carter's conscience continued to torment him, even as they revived a jewelry business, and had Daphne Rose develop a signature fragrance. For lying to the family that had always treated him like a member, he felt like a traitor. Hope encouraged him at every turn and insisted that he was a decent man despite his dishonest choices. His judgment was occasionally impaired by his relationship with her, and the resulting loyalty to her. Everyone save Hope was pleased when Carter finally realized his mistake, and turned over Forrester Creations to its proper owners. Everyone could see how uncomfortable and guilty Carter was now. Hope continued to wear her blinders despite the fact that Brooke and Daphne had both called him out on it, and gently urged him to do the right thing. Hope simply didn't want to hear it, even when he tried to talk to her about his feelings. After a discussion, the Forresters opted to keep Carter and Brooke working, although it is not surprising that Hope is unemployed. As expected, she took her dismissal very harshly and went on to verbally abuse Ridge, Eric, and Steffi Forrester. Hope was still experiencing some power issues after assisting with the company's operations for a few months, and she expected Carter and her mother to support her. Rather, Brooke is appalled by her daughter's actions, and Carter is remaining with the company. Hope genuinely thought her mother would sympathize with her and be there for her, but she is shocked by how uninformed she has become. Hope used to be admired for her purity, generosity, and sincere goodness, but it appears that she has now forgotten these qualities. Brooke is upset with Hope, and she feels completely shaken by her sudden outburst. Carter's fix-it fails, so Steffi must keep it a secret. As Carter Walton's fix-it attempt with Hope Logan failed, Steffi Forrester was under pressure to keep a secret, according to the bold and the beautiful. Hope ridiculed Carter for picking a seat at the Forrester table over her at the cabin, and maintained that he couldn't fix what he had damaged. Hope rejected Carter's request for forgiveness, and an admission that their plan was flawed. Hope believed Carter had fallen in love with Daphne Rose after she accused him of cheating on her, and she allowed her to enter his thoughts. Hope was shocked that Carter simply stood by while she was degraded and slandered, even though he wanted to move on from all of this. Hope made it apparent that whatever they had discussed was now over because of this. Taylor Hayes joined Daphne and Steffi at Forrester Creations' design office. Taylor made the decision to interrupt after learning about Brooke Logan's time alone with Ridge Forrester. Daphne only asked for one thing in return after Steffi thanked her for all of her assistance in reaching Carter. Steffi figured it was because Daphne had really fallen for Carter, who she stressed could never learn of their covert scheme. Brooke persisted in pleading with Ridge in the main office, believing that their love would triumph over all obstacles. Brooke wanted to move on, even though he was hurt that Ridge had turned to Taylor so quickly, and that he felt betrayed over the CEO situation. Brooke played up how much they missed each other, and just as Taylor showed there, she leaned in for a private moment with Ridge. Taylor believed this to be Brooke's final, last-ditch effort to get back together with Ridge, but she didn't think it would work. Taylor reassured Brooke that Ridge and Taylor were once again committed. Brooke and Ridge had a love that she wasn't prepared to let go of. Brooke encouraged Ridge to make a decision on who he would spend the rest of his life with, since she understood that he couldn't have both of them. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge will have to make his own decision. Watch to see what he decides and whether he makes any predictions about the future. Where will Hope's career lead her? Perspectives on work and love. Teasers and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. The task of forging a new course is one that Hope Logan must overcome. She is no longer employed at Forrester Creations as a result of the recent turmoil that led to the cancellation of her line. Since Hope and Steffi Forrester were unlikely to come to an amicable agreement, this result is ultimately for the best. How often can the story of Hope fighting to protect her brand, while Steffi tries to destroy it, be repeated? We genuinely hope that this concludes hope for the future, but it's time to move on. Now that Steffi has put a stop to the entire endeavor, Hope should give up on that goal and focus her energies on other prospects. Now is the time for Hope to accept a big career shift, and since she will now require a new employment, Steffi might have unintentionally forced her into it. Hope might work with a talented designer to start a new fashion line somewhere else. Finmore's might have a branch in Los Angeles, for example. She might, however, be inclined to pursue completely alternative paths given her many difficulties with Hope for the future. Hope could have aspirations beyond working as a hostess or manager at her father's pizzeria, but Deacon Sharp would undoubtedly welcome her to work at Il Giardino if she so desired. Furthermore, she wouldn't appreciate working with Sheila Sharp. Therefore, it could be a good idea to look into options that exclude Deacon's restaurant. We can come up with a great opportunity that might work for Hope at this crucial time, as she embarks on an exciting new professional path. Given that Spencer Publications has recently placed more of an emphasis on fashion-related content, Liam Spencer might easily find a place for Hope there. Hope has a stellar reputation in the fashion business, thus her participation would undoubtedly increase the company's exposure. Previously, after Spencer Publications introduced a new streaming service and a state-of-the-art app, Wyatt Spencer suggested adding Hope to the fold. Now that Hope is seeking a fresh start, it's simple to imagine Liam taking advantage of the chance to enlist her. Maybe they could get back together? Spencer may learn of Hope's sad circumstances and choose to make a proposal, since Liam views Forrester's failure as a chance for Spencer. He may encourage Hope to join the team by implying that she would be a perfect fit. Additionally, this might open the door for Hope and Liam to rekindle their romance, which would add another level of complexity to the narrative. Future spoilers indicate that Hope will encounter a number of difficulties in the next weeks, so be sure to follow the events as they develop.